Hello, once again, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Natural20, and this is Let's Play Armored Core 6. I'm joined today, as ever, by my incredible compatriot in crime, the amazing, the awesome, the Yorkshire T.
Hello, everybody.
T, we have giant robots, and we finished the first chapter, apparently.
Yes, and we have had a startling plot revelation, which is completely meaningless. Which is completely meaningless, really, because what I'm taking from this game so far is that it's not really about the plot. It's not really about it is at most, excluding gameplay, it is about like that classic From Software. What is the bare minimum we need in terms of like dialogue and characterization to provide a really memorable experience? The plot does not matter. What matters is our interaction with individual characters when we are fighting them in giant robots. Really, this is a game if you want to fight people in giant robots that don't actually seem that giant, because everything is giant.
Everything is giant. Yes.
Yeah. Like, do you get the sense that we're in a giant robot?
No, not really.
No.
But like, you're towering over buildings in the game, so the buildings seem small.
Yeah, the buildings. Yeah, it's like occasionally we'll see a set of like ladders or a set of doors like to the side. It's like, those are clearly the human-sized things, but they just seem like they've been shrunk down. It's a very strange experience. But who cares about that when we've got a friggin' giant-ass pulse rifle, and we have, rocket launchers, we have bazookas, and we look like the goddamn Phazon suit from Metroid Prime. Oh, it's so cool.
Okay, so Tim, I replayed some missions, and I've got some more weapons, so now we have the detonating bazooka.
Oh, it's so cool.
Okay, where if this bazooka hits somebody, it deals a lot more direct hit damage, and it has like comparable normal damage to the other bazooka.
Almost sounds like sticky bombs.
It kind of is. It's very strange. So basically, it hits and then a bunch of things explode on the target when it happens.
Okay.
And I'm a fan of it. I think it hits very, very hard, and it's very, very good. We also have grenade launchers.
All I take from it now is like bazooka, explodey, detonating, explodey. So a detonating bazooka is like explodey squared. We're going for the detonating. We are going for the detonating. Wait a minute. What was that? It goes for the target with a massive steel pile, obliterating it through sheer physical force. It's the goddamn snake driver from Bloodborne. Okay. So either we basically explode robots with a lot of firepower, or we just spear them.
Yeah, so I tried using it. I don't like it as much as I do my laser swords. It doesn't have quite the same range, and I'm not as good at using it as I am with stabbing things with a laser sword. But we can mess around with it at some point. Can
we mess around with it in this mission? I mean, come on. I mean, like, this is.
Yes. So we're going to do the arena.
Oh, okay.
First.
So we're going to take it for a while.
Yeah. So the arena has a bunch of fights where you get like these upgrade thingamajigs that you can then spend on OS tuning.
Yeah.
Which gives you different upgrades. So currently I have this upgrade, which means that when my health falls to 0, I gain a massive shield for 5 seconds.
Good.
Which I like because it means that I can mess up and live. Also gives me a last hurrah if I have to have one.
Yeah. And that last hurrah may be exactly what we need.
Aptitude Evaluation Program number 26, entering rank E. Subject AC, Bitter Promise. Call sign, No Zark.
No Zark, okay.
Commencing evaluation.
So this is the first time you've seen the arena. Basically, these are armored cores that exist that can be made in the game if you want to.
Oh, okay. So are we just fighting these guys to the death?
Yep.
2 robots go in, 1 walks out.
I win. Boom.
Oh boy.
Target destroyed. Concluding evaluation.
It took a lot of direct hits from the missile launcher, and you can't do that. You die if that happens. Not the missile launcher, the bazooka. It's a rocket launcher, technically. Because I believe that these things are unguided, and somebody in the comments specifically mentioned that the difference between a rocket and a missile is that the rocket is an unguided thing.
Is that like in the context of Armored Core, or just like generally?
Just generally speaking, that's the difference.
Oh, okay.
So a bazooka would fire a rocket, not a missile.
Arena Combat Aptitude Evaluation Program, number 25.
So you can't have a guided rocket then, because it would be a missile?
No, because it would be a missile.
Subject AC, infection. Call sign V6.
Infection.
Meta-link.
That's a great badge, by the way. The mosquito, like, with its
infection. Well, it looks like we're gonna have to swap this one right now. Whoa! Did we not get to bring in repair kits?
Nope. Oh, damn it. I had him, and then he managed to dodge all my attack. Got him. Woo!
That was close.
That was very, very close.
Target destroyed.
I still had my
Evaluation.
terminal armor,
Well
to be
done.
fair.
Fair enough.
So if he'd taken me to 0, I would have gone on full shield and would be unkillable for 5 seconds.
and basically you'd have used that to just completely rush him and
go
just
in and melee him. Yeah. So the thing with the spike driver is that it doesn't have very much area of effect, if that makes sense.
Right, so it's a very, very narrow frontal range then.
So I don't mind it, but again, the sword tends to be a little bit better, in my opinion. Just for
Arena combat aptitude
fair enough, because it's got
spike drivers for like killing things that are down.
It's got that horizontal arc, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this is pretty cool.
Subject AC, UAU, call sign, Little ZE.
Little Z.
Commencing evaluation.
It looks like somebody's just like gone and like repurposed a truck into a robot. This person's not rushing us like the others.
Yeah, well, it looks to be a mainly
Ground
rain. Oh dear lord! Did you see the damage on that?
Yeah.
Well, it's dead. Okay.
I mean, fair enough.
Well done.
Yeah, so there I managed to get its armor down and then got a charged spike into its face, and it exploded. Charged spike deals a lot of damage. It's just very hard to hit.
Yes. But that's kind of the trade-off, isn't it? It's the satisfaction of just being able to spike them, and then. Should we not be sort of like looking at some of these, like, you know, everybody piloting these mechs has a
aptitude evaluation program, number 23, rank E, final
Quadraxis.
It's a tetrapod.
Subject AC, guidance, call sign V7 Swindler.
Really?
I typically like fighting tetrapods because they don't move as much.
Main system activating combat.
I'm too cool to fight you in real life. We will fight each other as God intended. In video games. Oof.
Yeah, its lack of mobility is really hurting it.
Yeah.
Because I could just go in with the rocket launcher. Oh.
Unless it locks
does
you.
that combo.
Unless it locks you in a combo. Nice.
No.
Oh!
Spike.
Target destroyed. This concludes E rank evaluation. Well done.
Oh, that is so satisfying. The only way it could be better is if, like, by spiking them, they just get stuck on you for a little bit.
Oh, that would be great.
And then you have to, like, kick them off.
Ugh. I like if you don't even do that, and they just fly around on your spike for a while, until eventually they break and fall off.
Just wave them around and just throw them at somebody else.
Congratulations, you have surpassed rank E. We are glad to oversee your development as a mercenary.
Thank you.
All Mind exists for all mercenaries.
That's why it's called All Mind.
See, I feel like a lot of corporate HR teams could learn a lot from All Minds. They're interested in our professional development. That's all you really want from an HR team. A people team.
So now we can buy some things. So I can only have one kind of armor at once. And I like terminal armor because, so typically this wouldn't be an issue, but the combination to activate all the other armors, right, is AY, which does not work on a Switch controller.
Yeah.
Because they are opposite buttons to each other.
You could just... Oh, okay.
I don't know if there's a combination that lets me rebind that, so asking the thread for when you see this, if you can rebind Assault Armor to a different button combination, then I will happily get by it. But until then, I won't.
Okay.
Okay, so the weapon bay lets us equip hand weapons on the shoulders, which in theory lets us equip 2 melee weapons on the left-hand shoulder. But I've not played with it enough yet, and I need to spend some time learning how that works. Manual aiming is worthless. The weapon bay... Sorry. Weight control lets us go overburdened, but I don't ever do that because I'm trying to be fast.
Yeah.
However,
wouldn't the weight burden allow you to go over the weight burden and still remain fast?
No.
Isn't that what it's saying? It's basically allowing us to go over the weight limit, but without sacrificing speed.
No. Purging. So it says.
Oh, I know the
ability
ability
to get rid of your weapons, right?
Oh, right.
And if you get rid of your weapons while that happens, it reduces your weight, so you increase speed as a result.
Oh, but that's so cool. We're just in a fight. We're like, we've had enough. Just throws away weapons and just pulls out the sword. Rushes.
It is really cool because you're heavy arms Gundam and you drop your Gatling gun to punch somebody in the face. But instead, I'm
no ranged weapons. We fight hand to hand, close combat.
Yes, I'm upgrading my melee damage. I'm upgrading my damage when somebody's staggered.
Yeah.
Because I do a lot of damage on stagger.
Because you're like me, and like all these nuanced abilities which might allow for sort of fine optimization of nimbleness and speed and stuff. Actually, all you really want to do is you just want to go fast and hit things really, really, really hard.
Yes.
And I fully agree with you.
Alright, well, infiltrating grid.
Here's the request from Balaam Industries. They want you to carry out an advanced survey of the central ice field.
Okay.
To confirm the information Walter brought to them about the coral convergence. As for how to cross the Alian Ocean...
Do we just fly?
This is the intercontinental cargo launcher installed on the upper level of grid 086. You could use it to launch your AC to the ice field.
I'm sorry, what?
We're just gonna fire ourselves out of the cannon.
086 is occupied by the dozers, outlaws who treat coral like a drug. It's also the territory of a belligerent group of arms dealers who call themselves RAD. Be prepared for a perilous journey. I'll be here to support you, Raven.
We're like, alright, voice in our head, no problem. Our handler told us specifically not to do this, but I like listening to the voice in my head.
Let me handle getting us into the grid.
I feel like Walter...
I'm fairly adept at analyzing systems, and manipulating them too.
But what I want to know is, like, is a Rubiconian, is that, like, are they, like, indigenous, like, alien life, non-human life, or are they, like, the original human settlers
Infiltration to grid 086.
before
I don't know.
a giant fire sort of burnt everything?
Creating backdoor into system. Deactivating lock on vertical catapult. Connecting steam cylinders. Launching.
All right.
Alright, Raven. Let's get to work, shall we?
Let's.
Main system activating combat mode.
I've sent you the marker data. Let's head toward the elevator going to the upper level.
Oh, I love the missile launcher thing. It just erases people. It's so good.
It is quite satisfying.
What? Don't you shoot at me. I was coming in to melee you. That's very impolite.
Uh-oh.
You think you could just walk straight in here?
Yep. Yeah, pretty much I do.
Hope you're watching, boss. Leave it to Invincible Rummy to show our guest a good time.
Registration attempt. AC identified.
Mad stop.
Well,
Mad stuff!
Hostile AC destroyed.
well, that was a thing.
Not quite so invincible now. I guess that's why invincible was in quotes.
Tourist. You know, RAD loves a good welcome party. Come on in, and let's get acquainted.
Can we just be friends?
How curious. Let's take a run on the elevator.
Yeah, like, why don't we try and sort of, like, actively make friends?
I've gathered data on the woman from that broadcast. That was Carla, leader of RAD, formidable user.
Ah, I see.
She joined them 3 years ago, bringing with her a crew of junk wizards and hackers.
Junk wizards.
Within half a year, she seized total control and greatly expanded their operations.
Alright.
So they're just getting high off, like, this
Kept us waiting.
magical red phase on live stream.
We love a good party.
Uh-oh. Whoa, what the heck?
Yeah, that was odd. Alright, it's dead now.
You're not
That's freaky.
close, are you?
That's a very cool robot. I like that robot. Okay, now where do we go? Up,
I think we
I
go
guess?
up. Here we go. It doesn't really sort of
Yeah,
quite
over here.
doesn't really quite hit you, so like how big we are until you see some of like human-sized railings. And it's just like it's
No,
actually
absolutely.
we are big. We are huge.
We are a really, really big robot. Oh, this is very... I just love playing like this.
You see, this feels a little bit like arcadey. Don't you think? It's sort of like, you know, you're going down corridors and you're slicing up enemies, and it's
Yeah, you're right.
Feels a little bit
This
like...
game has a real arcadey feel to it in general, right? Especially because you can replay everything and get ranks on missions.
It's a bit like... It's just really making me think like... Well, it's kind of a little bit like a cross between Rogue... It's putting me in mind of Rogue Squadron, specifically Rogue Leader, and Vanquish.
Yeah, you're right. It's got a lot of Ace Combat 7 in it as well, it feels like.
I need to try and give Ace Combat another go.
I love Ace Combat 7. I had a great time playing it.
I just sort of... I don't know, like... I don't know why, because clearly, you know, I love, you know, Rogue Squadron, Rogue Leader, and maybe it's because of a wider variety of stuff, because it's sci-fi, it's in space, but in Ace Combat, it's just like, well, you know, you just, when you get down to it, you're just flying planes, and they all kind of look like the same.
Left shoulder ammunition at 50%.
Oh, came at me with a damn chainsaw that was on fire and I shot him.
Well, now it knows how you feel whenever you go in for the swipe with the sword and you get shot at point blank range. Actually, so I think maybe one of my issues with something like Ace Combat is because it's a little like the setting is just a little bit too grounded in reality, and I know that's kind of like one of its things. And this is also sort of a little bit grounded in reality, but that means that the just generally, like, you know, the art style, the color sort of scheme, a lot of the robots do sort of seem a little bit fairly similar. You know how I would remedy this? Imagine an Armored Core like, but set in the 40k universe.
Oh, I see.
With Titans. Oh my god, that would be the best thing ever. Just playing as a Titan, just going after like a Gargan. Oh.
Have some.
Alright, tourist. That's enough. You've made your point.
Okay.
I surrender. It's just not worth the losses. Come on, I'll let you through. Up along now.
It's...
Yay, friends.
Shall we, Raven?
Nothing is going to go wrong. We are clearly friends. Oh, hold on. Something is going to go wrong. We're definitely not friends.
Just be like, Carla, I've just gotten all my supplies back. You're clearly a boss. No?
You're not afraid of anything, are you? I like that in a tourist.
Okay, look, we don't have to kill each other. You seem cool.
Too bad that they didn't
Oh.
survive.
Oh boy! Okay, so they actually do have a freaking mini Gargant. Oh, criminy.
How the shit? How the shit do I damage it?
Flaming grinder arms.
Two repair kits remaining.
I mean, clearly we need to stay behind it, away from those arms as much as possible.
I think the chimney is meant to be the weakness, but
Whoa!
Yeah, it didn't get a good hit on me there.
Yeah.
Get me up in the air. Oh shit!
50%.
Is it possible to get a direct hit inside the chimney?
That's what I'm trying.
Nice. I heard you were good.
Ooh.
You're going to have the last laugh.
Its behavioral pattern has changed. Watch out.
No repair kits remaining.
It's the first boss where I'm really not sure.
What the hell happened there? Get back, get back.
Yep.
What the hell hit you there? Was that the...
It's the
Was
chimney
the
going
chimney
off.
venting? Back.
At 30%.
Yep.
Right. Is it raising its arms back? No. Move.
Ammunition at 50%.
Terminal armor! Oh, crap.
Terminal armor, yep. If I can never get hit one more time, then I have a shot. But that's going to be real
Wait.
hard.
Away! Wait! Away!
Yep.
Right shoulder and left shoulder ammunition at 30%.
No!
Damn it!
Finished already?
Oh, I almost had it.
Not so sharp after all.
So a tetrapod would own the crap out of this, I'm pretty sure. If I do need to make this switch, but I don't think I do.
I don't think you need to
can
make.
beat
I
this
don't think
on
you need
the
to make the switch. I think you're good enough. I think we just need to.
Now that I know what's going.